What is going on, guys? 2020 will mark one of the most entertaining and pivotal off-seasons in NFL history. From unprecedented quarterback movement to the crucial CBA discussions, there will be no shortage of storylines to keep football fans across America entertained. Which one should you be keeping the closest eye on? Here are the 12 biggest storylines to follow from the 2020 NFL offseason. Number 12, will the Cowboys keep Prescott and Cooper? The Dallas Cowboys own one of the league's most prolific offensive trios in Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, and Ezekiel Elliott. They locked down their stud running back last year, but the negotiations with Prescott and Cooper are even more pivotal. It's hard to envision the Cowboys letting Prescott go. Probably not going to happen, to be honest. He hasn't had a losing season through his first 4 years. He's guided Dallas to 2 division titles. But will Prescott take a pay cut, which Emmitt Smith has advised him to do? You're looking at a QB who will cost anywhere from $30 to $40 million a year. If Dak won't take a hometown discount, will Dallas manage to keep Cooper? The Pro Bowl wideout has expressed his desire to stay in Dallas, but the soon-to-be cap-strapped Cowboys have to be careful not to fully break the bank on him. Losing one of these guys will seriously jeopardize the Cowboys' Super Bowl chances. Keeping both at an extremely hefty price gives Dallas a prime chance to vie for multiple Lombardi trophies. So Jerry Jones, no pressure. Number 11, Patrick Mahomes' record contract. No NFL quarterback has enjoyed more success over their first 2 full seasons than Patrick Mahomes. 2 AFC Championship game appearances, 1 MVP award, a Super Bowl ring, and a Super Bowl MVP. And he's only getting started. The Chiefs will most certainly pay Mahomes whatever he wants. Real soon as well. Reports suggest it'll get done at some point in the 2020 offseason. He'll likely sign the richest contract in NFL history, and it could easily be worth $200 million plus. Every other NFL quarterback will watch Mahomes' contract situation closely. The value for QBs is going up every single year. If he signs for somewhere around $35 million plus, it'll bode well for the likes of Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, and other young quarterbacks who may also be looking for a $200 million extension. So stay tuned. Number 10, 49ers response from Super Bowl heartbreak. The 49ers were just 1 or 2 plays away from defeating Kansas City in Super Bowl 54. Yeah, the Super Bowl hangover is real, but don't forget that the Patriots managed to reach 3 in a row from 2016 to 2019. If they push the right buttons, San Fran could be vying for a Lombardi trophy in Tampa Bay next year. The 49ers need to upgrade their secondary, because when the pass rush didn't hold up against Patrick Mahomes, he made easy work of them. They also have to add more dynamic pass catchers to help Jimmy Garoppolo. George Kittle and Deebo Samuel are great, but they aren't enough. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan could simply decide that this roster doesn't need any tinkering. They're not going to overreact and cut Jimmy G or anything like that, but some changes will be necessary. How will the 49ers try to retool following a gut-wrenching Super Bowl defeat? That's going to be something worth keeping an eye on, though they're right up against the cap. Number 9, will Antonio Brown get a second chance? It's more like his 12th chance at this point. It's been a long time since a superstar in any sport completely self-destruct within a year, and AB had no problem doing it. Brown walked out in the Pittsburgh Steelers, received the trade to the Raiders, did everything he could to get released, then lasted 1 game with the Patriots before sexual assault allegations forced Bill Belichick to cut ties with him. Brown didn't play again in 2019, and in January he was arrested for committing burglary and battery on a truck driver outside his home. We've seen teams give troubled players like Greg Hardy, Richie Incognito, and Kareem Hunt a second chance. But Brown hasn't been able to stop his antics whatsoever, and yet he keeps talking about trying to get better and wanting a second chance. Some owners don't care about receiving bad PR. Will one of them decide to add the 7-time Pro Bowler and 4-time first-team All-Pro? Or did Brown do too much damage already to earn another opportunity? Only time will tell. But personally, I don't think he deserves it. If you're going to be a fool, you're going to be treated like a fool. You make your own bed. Number 8, Raiders. A hot spot for free agents. While in Oakland, the Raiders had to overpay for free agents because of the team's losing history plus the high California state taxes. But all of that is changing now. John Gruden is the coach every player wants to play for. The Raiders showed promise in 2019 with a 7-9 season. It's not great, but it's promising. And they did pretty well with their draft selections. But the main reason the Raiders will be high on the list of many free agents. They're only relocating to the luxurious and glamorous city of Las Vegas with a shiny new stadium. When there is no state income tax in Nevada. That's a beautiful advantage that Gruden and Mike Mayock can present when free agency opens. The Raiders won't have to overpay and beg for free agents to come aboard anymore. The team's progress, the coach, the new destination and stadium, and the no state tax will make the Raiders a desired location for most of the top free agents. And the Raiders have plenty of cap space to use. We thought they were active in free agency last year, but things could get even busier for Gruden and Mayock in 2020. All aboard the Vegas hype train, it's gonna be fun. Number 7, the Titans' big decision decisions. After spending 2 decades in mediocrity, the Titans enjoyed a Cinderella run for the ages. Ryan Tannehill took over for a struggling Marcus Mariota and went on an MVP-like tear, winning 7 of 10 starts to guide the Titans to the postseason. All Tannehill did was guide Tennessee past the defending champion Patriots before crushing the top-seeded Baltimore Ravens and MVP Lamar Jackson in the divisional round. That's crazy. The magic finally ran out at the hands of Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. But honestly, I wouldn't be that upset. I mean, I'd be upset, but come on. If you beat the Patriots and then the Ravens, it sucks that you lost to Mahomes, but like, dude, be proud of yourself. That's hard. That's not easy. Tannehill and running back Derrick Henry, who was the most unstoppable player during the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, are both free agents. So do the Titans trust that Tannehill wasn't a flash in the pan and extend him? Do they place the franchise tag on him? Or the transition tag? Or do they try to upgrade and look for somebody like Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, or Cam Newton? And what about Derrick Henry? Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, and Todd Gurley have shown that it's a bad idea to extend a Pro Bowl running back, even while in his prime. Do the Titans pay their workhorse running back? If I had to answer that, fucking duh. Do they tag him or do they let him go? They're gonna pay him. They should at least. And if they don't, they're stupid. The Titans would probably be wise to bring back both and try to make another run at it. But the chance to add another Pro Bowl quarterback with a better track record may be too appealing. And if the Titans lose both, well, Tannehill will become another big piece in the stacked free agent quarterback market, while Henry will be the most sought after free agent running back in, I don't even know, probably ever. The Titans just might be the most interesting team entering free agency. Number 6, Bill Belichick's most difficult offseason yet. We've heard this a million times, but the Patriots dynasty could be ending. They went one and done in the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. And Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson have shown that there's a changing in the guard in the AFC. Bill Belichick has so many difficult decisions to make. Beloved and respected offensive line coach Dante Scarnecchia retired. The team will also likely lose their top offensive lineman, Joe Tooney, in free agency. The Pats had the best scoring defense in 2019, while Pro Bowl safety Devin McCourty is a free agent. So is Kyle Van Noy arguably the team's best defensive player after Stephon Gilmore. And so is athletic linebacker Jamie Collins, who enjoyed a resurgence in his second tenure with the Pats. Meanwhile, Belichick also has to add a quality tight end and more pass catchers, because an aging Julian Edelman cannot do it all on his own. Yeah, and some guy named Tom Brady is about to hit free agency for the first time in his career. Other than that, no pressure. You only have to replace a bunch of veteran studs on defense while finding a bunch of pass catchers and possibly a new quarterback. The easiest pie. Number 5, the Bengals and Joe Burrow. Though Chase Young is the best prospect in the 2020 NFL Draft, it'd be a major surprise if the Bengals didn't take the Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow with the top pick. But it doesn't seem to be a sure thing. You've probably heard the rumors about Burrow not wanting to play there, about how he could pull a John Elway or Eli Manning by forcing the team that drafted him to trade him. Even if Burrow doesn't do that, could the dysfunctional Bengals get cold feet and pass on Burrow? Or could they trade the number 1 pick for a giant return and look to find their future signal caller later on? To us, the Bengals shouldn't overthink anything. They should just take Burrow and keep their mouths shut. But this organization operates like no other. And we say that in a not so complimentary way. And if Burrow didn't want to go to Cincy, you really couldn't blame him. But yeah, the Bengals could totally draft Burrow and put themselves on the path to relevance. Either way, Burrow and the Bengals will completely dominate the headlines leading up to the draft in Vegas. Number 4, Tom Brady's future. The only thing we know is that Tom Brady will play in 2020. For the first time in history, the question is if it will be with the Patriots or somebody else. It raised eyebrows when the Pats gave Brady a new deal in 2019 that was structured to let him enter 2020 free agency. Clearly, Mr. Belichick isn't fully optimistic on Brady's ability to play well into his mid-40s. We've all heard the rumors of a problem between Belichick and Brady, and both of them have been mum on TB12's Future in Foxborough. No hints whatsoever. Could Belichick play the loyalty card, even though it's not his MO, and keep trying to win with Brady? Does Brady even want to return, or does he want to play elsewhere with a new home and lifestyle? And to prove he can win without Belichick, Brady's decision will change everything in free agency and at the draft. Whichever team he chooses will have to go to work in adding more weapons around him. And if he leaves the Pats, Belichick may just decide to rebuild entirely rather than keep his aging core together. A year ago, people really didn't know if he was going to leave or not. It was a thought, but we didn't know. But now, could happen. All eyes are on the most accomplished NFL player in history as free agency looms. Number 3, XFL's potential influence on rule changes. Vince McMahon's XFL is totally focused on providing fun for the fans. They implemented plenty of rules that many NFL fans, pundits, players, and coaches have been calling for. For example, teams can try for a 1-point play from the 2, a 2-point play from the 3, or a 3-point play from the 10-yard line. Could the NFL follow suit and decide to scrap the extra point rule in favor of something like this? The XFL's overtime rules also ensure both teams get a possession. The NFL still hasn't implemented that rule, and too many playoff games have simply come down to a coin toss. It's pretty ridiculous. The XFL also has a video official that can step in and correct an officiating mistake during the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, be it a bad call or a no call. Many have been calling for the NFL to have a sky judge that could fix any mistake that the officials make. For some reason, they haven't done it, and the amount of game-deciding blown calls continues to grow. So will the NFL look at Vince's league for inspiration and adopt some more fun and efficient rule changes to enhance the overall game product, while avoiding referee controversies? We can only hope so, because it's way long overdue. Number 2, the quarterback carousel. Alright, let's keep it short and sweet. Tom Brady might be the most sought-after free agent in NFL history. Dak Prescott will enter free agency if the Cowboys don't pay him. Future Hall of Famer Phillip Rivers is a free agent. Who wants Jameis Winston? He can throw for 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns, but he's also a turnover waiting to happen. Teddy Bridgewater is a free agent and will start somewhere in 2020. Cam Newton could be released or traded by the Carolina Panthers after missing almost all of 2019. The Bengals will most certainly trade or release Andy Dalton. Saints utility weapon Taysom Hill may hit the market as well. Ryan Tannehill will be a free agent if the Titans think they can upgrade. Derek Carr could very well be on the trade block. Marcus Mariota is looking to revive his career elsewhere. I think that's about like 11 things that could be going on. Doesn't matter. So about 1/3 of the league's teams could enter 2020 with a new starting quarterback. And we're talking about some future Hall of Famers and Pro Bowlers here. It's going to be the most hectic offseason ever in regards to seeing quarterbacks changing teams. Somebody hit somebody! So sit back and enjoy. That's actually pretty crazy that so many quarterbacks might be changing, and like the whole dynamic of the NFL is about to change. Like, that's crazy. Number 1, the new NFL CBA. There are plenty of issues for the NFL and the NFLPA to work on. It's not just about the money. The league wants to implement a 17-game season, but the players aren't interested due in large part to health and safety concerns. The league is looking to expand the postseason, with 7 teams in each conference instead of 6. Only the top seed would earn a first-round bye. The NFLPA has also made it clear that they want lesser penalties for CBD and marijuana, so they can use the substances to help them manage pain and get lit. Of course, the looming television contracts, which will be worth billions, are putting pressure on the league to finalize a new CBA very soon. So can the NFL and the NFLPA find middle ground in regards to money, as well as rule changes and regular season expansion? And will they come up with a new protocol for CBD and marijuana? These are going to be the primary focuses, but Roger Goodell's amount of power plus better player benefits and lifetime health care will also have to be addressed. Get excited about the offseason all you want, but the future of the league simply comes down to the talks and hopeful completion of a new CBA. What do you think will be the biggest NFL offseason storyline to follow? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, we're on everything, go find us. If you like this video, give it a like, it takes one click down below, and subscribe to TPS, we post videos every day. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. I'll see you next time.
My knee.